Well, hey everyone. Welcome into Flying with Mike. Yeah, I bet many of you are going, I wonder if he's even going to be able to come on today. Well, there were a lot of things I had to get done. New contract for us starts tomorrow, so you can tell there's a lot of work, including the fact, and I'll let you know now, you can go look at the Discord channel or Twitch channel. Tomorrow's 747 flight canceled due to the fact unscheduled overtime happened, and well, I'll be on a 48, so pretty tough to fly at work when you're standing up, making sure people aren't parking in front of the terminal, which they love to do and don't realize that's not a parking lot. That's just a drop off, pick up, and go. Not a, oh, let's hang out and see what Muffy and Sissy have been doing for the last eon. And we'll go when we dang well please. So I'll be doing that. That's the fun part of my day. Get to shoo them off. All right, so folks, let's get into the fun part. We're going to be on the other side of the parking lot, on the air side, on the ramp, St. Louis, Missouri, sitting at Lambert, US-Airways. We're going to be flight 572 today. You're all going, US-Airways doesn't exist. Well, technically it does. It's a long story, folks. We're not going through it again. But you'll find it in American Airlines. So, yeah, it's not American that you think American actually as it. It was actually bought out by the controlling company of America West. So, through a whole, like I said, long story. So, but anyway, US Airways, and we're actually in probably should have put us more where US Airways when it was US Airways as an airline by itself. They would have parked here in St. Louis over not this middle here. You know what? It'd be better to probably go this route. Not in this area, but in this area, primarily right in here. And then your United on the end, Continental, Northwest, Delta. That's how it was back there in the yesteryear, back in the 1980s and the 90s. Then over here would have been TWA, which was bought out by good old American Airlines. And when TWA was pretty strong, there was another airline lined up back here before TWA gobbled them called Ozark. That was a cool airline. But I know they struggled, and then TWA struggled as well. But folks, this is payware scenery for St. Louis, and the guy that made it, all I can say is kudos to you. Now, I don't have the ortho or anything like that, folks, because yes, those of us like me, familiar with the city, familiar with the airport intimately, know there is a lot of stuff right here. And the ortho may or may not help, but you know what, folks? That looks phenomenal. One more look before we get into it. They've got the W1W. That was a project here where they were supposed to put a terminal out there in this area, kind of upgrading the historicalness. You can see that never happened. However, they did put the other runway in, giving them the distance to parallel land. Now, they were parallel landing back before, but it was kind of an RNAV, RNIP kind of deal, kind of. Basically, they flew in together, and then at a certain point, they swooped to the left, swooped to the right to land on 30 left. So a little bit, I mean, it's not ultrally dangerous, but it's a little unheard of. Also, the Air National Guard used to be here. Interesting thing here, I just happened to notice it. This building, yeah, my cursor's pretty close to it. That is the old TWA operations building. So I just wanted to point that out, that he even included that. The Boeing buildings here, I'm not going to get to the new. This is the old factory where the F4s, oh my gosh, the F100s. I know some of you are like, what's an F4? What's an F100? They're way before your time. Phenomenal fighters. And then the F-15 started there, and then Boeing for the F-18 opened up the facilities over here, and they're not well represented. That's fine, but they're there at least, and that's where the F-18s are, the TFX, and then of course back here's the cargo area. And of course, the big change to the airport in the 2000s came the opening of this terminal where Southwest parks, and they are connected. But this whole area over here to about that point with that jetway, they're not used. And then you get down to here, these are used, and then there's a whole bunch of propeller, Air Choice and Cape Air, uh, Caravans and Cessna 404s, I think they are 412, something like that. So there's your quick tour, folks. And of course, you saw the Metrolink. He even modeled that, folks. Phenomenal. So here, if you want to get the link, want to learn more about it, it is payware. So it is your call, folks. It's right there. Head over to the store at X-Plane and take a look at it, folks. As you can tell, it's phenomenal. Now, when you add in City X St. Louis, you see the skyline out here. The arch is actually now in the scenery. Shame on you, Austin, for not putting things like that in there. And I'm not just saying it because I'm from St. Louis with the arch. You go to Paris, you don't see the landmarks. Shame on you. Hopefully 12 coming out here real soon, folks, will hopefully address that. So, I think we've harped enough on some really good scenery here. Let's get in here, and this is one last thing as we look at it, folks. You're looking at the Zibo 737. Basically, what this is, Zibo is a modification to the default 737 that came out with X-Plane 11. And folks, when I hop up into cockpit, some of you are going to go, hang on, let's get the keys right. There we go. Yeah, PMDG quality, folks, because it pretty well looks like PMDG. Now, the big difference, and it is a huge difference between this and PMDG. They look the same, fly the same. Yeah, the EFBs may be, not the same. The big difference is, for those of you that had to take out a loan for the PMDG 737 to be able to operate in MUSFUS, this was free. Let me say that again because I think some of you may have passed out. Free. And for those of you still conscious, yes. So, I'm sorry. You can't beat free. Hang on a second. There is one thing I do need to do. I just meant to do it last time. Didn't do it. Is it this systems, I think. I was looking at the autopilot there, folks, and I got to change that. I hope I'm on the right one. If not, we'll MCP, go to Collins. Ah, much better. Much better. Marvelous, marvelous, simply marvelous. All right, so let's break it down, folks, and let's get ourselves on the way. Today's flight, St. Louis, Lambert International. We're going to head down to Austin Bergen Airport, Austin, Texas. they're getting actually a lot of interesting weather down there. There's a tropical system trying its best to pull together into something. It could, but more than likely, if anything, it'll become a tropical depression. But possible. I don't know if it's got enough time before land or not. Tropical storm. And then there's a couple more they're really watching hard that's going to hit Honduras and Panama area, somewhere along in there, and that could be the first hurricane of the season. We'll watch and see. So let's bring up some toolkit and let's get ready to start planning this one out. Hopefully we'll be able to do this the way I'm hoping. Never know how that'll work. All right, so the flight plan is, you saw it in there, but let's recap it real quick. St. Louis, we may not be taking off on 30 now. We may have had a runway change. The winds, we'll get into the METAR here in a second. Well, no, we can do it right now, but let's finish this up. We're going to go Maples to PGO to PRX to Windoo into Suez, or whatever. 6 arrival into Austin, Bergen. Now the winds, we'll check both ends, actually favor 3-6, but they were still coming in from the north. So they're landing south, which means the 1-8s are in action. We'll see. Here's the airport runway. We may switch, like I said, to 30, right? Would have been the far runway. We may come to 12 right. We'll see. See how things are really flowing. And who knows, ATC may say poo-poo on that. You're going to take off with the tailwind whether you like it or not. It happens. All right, so weather, real quick. See, 180 at 6, but the gust is to 18. That's why I think I may have to take off towards the south. 12s instead of 30s. Other than that, it's clear here, folks. Beautiful weather, a little warm, getting up there. It's going to be even warmer tomorrow and Saturday. Well, actually, storms could be in here those days. So, yeah, we'll see how it goes on my 48-hour shift. And I'm going to be getting the load out here in a minute, just getting some things out of the way. All right, load out. 171 people want to fly with Mike today, so hang on a second. Let's go here. Payload. And the payload today, 39.7. So let me just find my cheat sheet because I know I've been looking for that. Dummy me didn't get it right. Oh, I did. What's it say again? Oh, 30. Okay. So I'm going to put that number in. 39730. We'll go to payload. And down here, we'll put 39730. Right? That's the correct number. 30, yep. And Intois. And what it's going to do is basically fill out the plane to meet that number. Now, this may have to be adjusted if we didn't make our zero fuel weight. Do not, actually, I think we just went over it, actually. Zero fuel for the day is 131,624. 13, oh, way over. Okay. All right, so let me go back here. Oh, let's go the right way. Let's get out the $1 million flight computer here.
St. Louis traffic, Spirit Wings 8850, taxi via Delta holding point running on the right.
134,773 minus our number was 131 624. That's what we're shooting for. So we need 3149 difference. All right, so let's take a look at our payload. All right, how do we get 3,100 pounds out of here? So let's knock 1,000. Let's kind of clear that. One, 3, 7, 9er. See what that brought. Now we're 2,000 under, but we're a lot closer, so that's easy to work with. 2. Oh, wait. Yeah. 2, 3, 7, 9. Hopefully I read that right. Watch me be way over again. 1315, and we're going for 131.6. That's good enough for me. You know, I'm from the government, folks. That's a good enough number for the government. And our fuel load shows on the page of 18440. 18440. Actually, I haven't figured it out why. Professional Flight Planner came in with a much higher number. Oh, we could figged in at 42, so we're gonna. Oh well, we'll have to redo that with Top Cat. Because my zero fuel weight's correct up here, right? Where is the zero fuel weight? Yeah, 131,624. So yeah, why did it put so much fuel on us? Well, we'll go with SimBrief. Let's see if they do us well today. So 18440. Again, your fuel is right here. Taxi, it doesn't. Oh, there it is. 500. Yeah. Okay. Maybe that contingency screwed him. All right, today's cost index 5. Interesting, 32,000. No step climbs. It's a very interesting flight coming, folks. That's a pretty low-level flight. So that kind of gives you the idea of what we're doing here. So let's go ahead, pull Sim Toolkit out. He says cautiously, there it goes. And we've got that, and then we've got the fuel in for the requirement. So all we'll have to do is go back, click the fuel truck. And I turned the volume down for the music and forgot to turn it back up. Shame on me. Okay, so the guy's out there fueling. You can see him right there. Now, there's nothing spectacular for me to keep up when he's done. He, poof, kind of like a genie. Nods his head and poof, he's gone. All right, so let's get after it, shall we? Let's bring in, we're going to use the checklists that come with the plane. Only because they irritate me beyond the end, I might as well use them. So let's do the preliminary flight deck checks. Kind of put it here. So the wheel lights off, wing lights are off, cabin lighting, we want to make sure they're set, okay. Service doors are open. And block fuel, we've entered. Fuel trucks out there, and service crews on the ground. Start. Okay, here we go. All right, so cabin utility power, folks, right there. IFE right next to it. Standby power. guarded. Batteries on. Emergency lights guarded. Okay, cabin attendant. Ground call test. Okay. Real quick. Flap lever shows 0 and 0 right there. Okay. Takeoff config. Oh, let's try it. Okay. And then you saw the red lights up here. Okay, cargo fire test. Fire test time. Okay, your cargo is here, testing. Okay. Panel, they like us to go to our panel lighting now, which is fine. I've got all of that adjusted and set fine. Rudder and aileron are set. Oop, let's make sure it didn't automatic on us, so aileron, all good. Okay, manual gear access handle door closed. Really don't know where that is. I'm gonna have to find a 737 pilot to show it to me. Halogens installed, that's there, and that's there. To the top. Flight recorder test off. Guard closed. Lock. 2. Okay, mic selector is good. Reversers are dark. Let's see how it does this. Okay, oxygen's here, your normal, your gauge is here, your 3 green. And then we come over here to my favorite machine. Okay, so see how it says right here, move the IRS display selector to heading select or heading status. It's this last one. Just move it over. I'm going to be turning these off. We'll turn them back on here in a moment. ELT is here and it's guarded, and we can test this here in a second. So the other things here, this is your reverse lights. If you ever look for them, they also show up, I forget how on the eCam, but they also show when you go into reverse. Your EECs or your electronic engine controls, they're on. And everything looks good. 3 green from your landing gear can be checked up here as well. Okay, so let's go to align. Make sure that on DC comes on. Then align. 7 minutes. Okay, oh, this is good. This is good. All right. I don't think into Zibo we can actually do a master test, because they would be here. Nope. Or here.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Awesome. AP disconnect lights would fall right in here and they're all extinguished, or do we test them? So good. Test 1. We're testing them up, down. Okay. Oxygen masks, we can do that for the fun. What the heck? Right here, folks. Swing over to the other guy. Test. Okay, that takes care of his. All right, weather radar does not work into Zibo, and I do not think it works in level up. Don't have it, so I can't tell you. All right, so what they're talking about here are your systems up here. You want your airport button. I gotta remember station. These actually should be off. Okay, we'll get our barometer in. We're 2995. According to SkyVector, let's put in 3003. Nice thing is this is all synced, so whatever I do here happens to the first officer and our backup. We can set our minimums. Oh, that's kind of early because we're going to be needing to align here soon. Or come back. We'll get it in my own way. Okay, we did all of these. Okay. Okay, so they're open. Oh, we're not going to open. Match. Okay, so now it's time for the FMC. Now, PMDG, if they still do it like they did FSX, outdoes us because you can pull the FMC up and look at it square in the face up here instead of having to go like this, and like this. Okay, I'm sorry, that wasn't too hard to do. We'll click FMC, verify aircraft, verify engine rating, verify nav data. That's the big one, folks. If you want to fly realistically, make sure your nav graph, nav data is up to date. Us users with PMDG, whatever you use, make sure it's up to date. Our next update, folks, by the way, July 13th, next week. IRS position, okay. And we're gonna go, it's 2 pages. I didn't know that, wow. Okay, we'll go to the posit. Let's put in KSTL. Now, why aren't you asking for... That's why. There it is. Stupid me left it in a line instead of moving it over to nav. Okay, why aren't you asking me for it? All right, now this one, what I do now, you can go up here, click, put those numbers in. I go to the next page, work right off my GPS. The left I call odd day, right I call even day. Today is an even day, so we'll go with that one. As you can tell, they're both the same, folks. I just rotate, that's all. And it's more for other systems we'll get to here in a moment. Okay, and then we'll go to the route. And we're going KST. Oh, whoop. Ah, dang it, I did it again. KAUS. Should be. Hang on. Checking. Should be. STL Austin. Sure is. Let's put that. Let's do it this way. Okay. STLKAS OT. There it is. Okay. And voila. We just aligned up top. So we can actually here in a moment check our flight plan. Okay, so reference airports in. Doink, doink, doink. Okay, and then we'll do our airways and all. Flight number USA 572. All right. Next page. Map. Pogo. PRX. Windu. I believe. Whoa. What the heck? Oh my goodness. Ooh, okay, it's gonna play that way today. It put every fix in there, folks, on SkyVector for me. Like, oh, where'd all these come from? Okay, that makes it easier. All right, so map, Pogo, PRX, Windu. Perfect. And then we can also, well, let's go ahead and activate, execute, go to legs. She's got legs. Oh, sorry, I'm not going to start singing because then I'll see people leaving. Okay, we'll stay at 40 or 20 here. And we're just going to step through taking a look. We have not put our arrivals or departures in. We're looking for any discontinuities or anything like that. Looks good. Okay, so we'll go back up for now. Put it back in map mode. Okay. All right. So, following along, departure time. Departure time means I got to put up another window here. Here's NavGraph, another. Now, if you are part of NavGraph and you get your FMC updates through them, Charts is another program to look at. Only, and I sorry, NavGraph, got to do it to you. I only suggest this program if you're gonna fly to any airport outside the US a lot. Reason being, SkyVector can get you all the charts for the US and most, if not all, of its territories, meaning Alaska. Well, Alaska and Hawaii, but they're not CONUS. So you get those two states, plus Puerto Rico, Guam, and any other U.S. territory. So, however, if you're going to fly overseas a lot, NavGraph will have charts for South America, Africa, Asia, Europe, probably Antarctica. I never looked. So, that's why it's a real good deal. But if you're going to just fly GA or you're going to fly just in the U.S., not Canada, not Mexico, those are foreign territories, folks. Sometimes hard to tell, but yes, they are. They are not included in SkyVector. So you're going to have to go to this. So it's up to you what you fly. Depends what you pay for. But NavGraph is, once you bundle it with your FMCs, folks, you have them all the time. Enough on that. Let's get over to the January 6th. That is our departure for today. And we saw some of the fixes. So let's get in here. Back to route. We'll go to depart this page. Depart, arrive. Depart. And we got to select the runway first. Well, now SkyVector is really good because now you can get the METAR 80 at 6. Dang it. All right. When in doubt, I always go to FlightAware, pull up the airport, and see what traffic is doing. Now, back turn of the century, 2000, guess what? Phenomenal. And it looks like they are still going north. Okay. Well, see what I mean, folks? You gotta sometimes check. I would have thought we were been south ops, but nope, we're north. And we're gonna go 30. Yeah, we'll go. Jenny, map, execute. All right, so we're gonna check it just to be safe. Okay. So Again, we'll come up here. Let's go plan. Okay, and we're going to just step through and make sure there's no discontinuities or no wackiness with, why are we going 5,000 miles out of the way? Young Young casework. Which one did I put in? Zero left. Oh, that's 2 now. Okay. I got thrown. Someone's gonna open mic. Open mic. All right. Sorry, folks. Be mindful of your key mappings when you're on VATSIM. All right, so we're going to go out to P Young, Allant, then flips, whatever you want to call it. So we'll just go doink, doink, doink. Janny, then out to Wesco. That looks good. Map and no discontinuities, so that is great. Arrival routing. I'm gonna go ahead and put the start. Well, no, I'm not, because I've done some weird things. We've done this. We've done that. We're gonna come up here, go back out of here. There we go. Back down to route information. Okay. Now we head on to perf initialization. The fun part, folks. Or so they say, at least. We'll come back to charts here in a minute. I'm going to go ahead and bring TopCat in. Interesting. Ah, TopCat running. But I did. What I get for thinking I know, folks. Right, 131624. 30 left. We'll go with it. And, okay. Now let's well, bear with me a second. Make sure it's just not pulling. Hang on a second here. Being a pain in the behind. Did I minimize it again? There it is. All right, folks, sorry for that. I'm just like, what the heck is going on here? All right, where'd you go, TopCat? Much better. All right, so this is a payware program, folks. It can also be used in concert with Professional Flight Planner X, PFPX. Not sure with the X that it's compatible with Musfuss. Got a feeling it might be, but anyway, not 100%, but it works for X-Plane.
Lewis traffic, Southwest 1900. We're going to push start from Echo 10 and then taxi runway 29 for departure, St. Louis.
Go. Turn him down a little for now. All right, so in concert, they work together. You build your plan in Professional Flight Planner, and then once you activate it, you send it over to TopCat, and most of that data's in there. We're going to change some things, folks, because we're not running with the same fuel load. That is not our fuel load, remember. So we're running with 18 I didn't type right. How about that? Surprise, surprise, surprise. And there we go again. Somebody doesn't know how to play nice with their mappings again, and they're open mic'd again. It's 9232. Okay, so we're in the ballpark. All right, so once this stuff is to what you like, you click takeoff. Update. And now it's 220 at 10. Still shocked they haven't swapped over. Well, 220. Yeah, that would be about right. They could, that's like a 90-degree cross. It's 100 degrees off south landing, 80 degrees going north. So, I mean, it's not as bad. All right. So, I don't chew, not yet. Okay, so we got 30 left, 11,000 feet, 200 feet wide, heading at 303. Numbers we'll need later. Headwind 1, crosswind 10. Duh. 34 degrees Celsius, hot. 1016 for those of you in Europe that use the HEP. For us, 3001. Dry runway, yes. That's us setting, by the way. That doesn't come from the data. Now, you can look at the NOTAMs in the US and go through them and see if it is wet or dry. But I'm here to tell you, we haven't had rain in a couple of days. Dry. And your source. Now, down here, set it up how you want. You want the air conditioning on or off. You know, it all depends on performance, folks. Anti-ice on or off. Now, that depends whether it's raining, snowing, icing, whatever. But it can also be used on a hot day, not to be, you know, because it helps get FOD out of the engine. Stave trim looks like it's going to be 5.2. Hit compute. And we're going to go, look at that. Wow. Flaps 1, TO2. Okay, so let's start filling things in. Reserve for today. Actually, you can pull that real easy off your sim brief, 8.2. It's 2, cost index 5, and 32. Okay, and they said we could go to 37.1. Right now, I'm going to go with what dispatch gave me. 325 at 8. 325/8. Now, for temperature, the simulator could be behind. Okay, so they're showing a temperature of 32 Celsius. That's right here, folks. We're showing 34, and you can put this in down here. That's up to you. And that is incorrect. Delete. Okay. Slash. Won't let me do it that way. So I need to know, well, let's try something. I know. Temperature. Dang it, it didn't translate it. Okay, hang on. One other way. Going to the actual METAR, and then they will actually tell me Fahrenheit. 94. So let's try that. Hey, that works. And that also now filled in the 149 degrees. Wow. Oh, execute. We're going to keep it. See how it does. Okay. All right. So as you can tell, we're going to go to the next page. N1 limits. This is where this data comes in handy. Right here. So N1. First thing we want to do is our TO. We want TO2. 3, 4. Okay. They say it climbed to, I'm going to go ahead and let it climb a little harder so we can get up a little bit more, more of a noise abatement thing. For me, you really don't pull this out. Technically, it's saying climb. I'm going to go climb 1 just to back off the power a little bit in the climb. So we're, saving those engines. So folks, that's a pretty expensive part on the plane. Takeoff page. I click CG. Next page. Okay, winds 220 at 10. Okay, I don't know how to get this to put in correctly. Oh, somehow something happened. What happened? Did it disconnect me? I don't know why it disconnected me. But we're back on. Let's see what happens. Who knows? Maybe we're starting to have internet issues. We'll find out. Lastly, but I can't put in the heading. Heading being 303. So again, the /303. Now, you can change some of this. You can go wet to, I don't know what the actual term is here, but call it contaminated. There's your temperature. Whoa. I just saw that OBS disconnected, folks. Well, welcome back. My apology. I missed that message. Welcome back, folks. I didn't expect it to disconnect like that. Must have had an internet hiccup. All right, so we're back. Going on. What we've done is got the FMC set up. We're ready to roll. Again, we connected or not? Hey, original Big Mac. Again, my apologies. Just now found out we disconnected. The internet must have really hicked up on us. Or Twitch hicked up. I'm still not fully showing. Huh, interesting. Well, see how this plays out. All right, so we've done all of these. Okay. All right, so lost myself. Okay, so we're next page. Flaps, I believe, are going to be 1. Yes. B speeds, how close did we come? $148, 149, 150, 154. It looks good to me. Turn those off. And that, folks, gets us lined up with the FMC. All right, so let's get going here, folks. We are way behind schedule. Okay, everything's looking good. Yaw dampers on. Coming down, each of our radios are in normal. Crossfeed check. Okay. All we're doing is we turn it on, make sure the light goes to this color, turn it off, and it should go off. Fuel pumps are all off. Okay, electrical AC switch. We're not on the APU yet, so battery is guarded, standby power is guarded, disconnect drives guarded. Supply and exhaust are normal. Seat belts. Okay, and finally, so just coming down, everything looks good. Good. Okay, window heat is on. Okay, system page. Okay, so what they're asking for here, folks, here's your hydraulics. So, where were we? Oh, let's get up top here, get our hydraulics set first. Window heaters are on. Engine pumps on. Electric off. Wait a minute. Oh, they want them all on. Okay. See, I have a different one that says differently. Okay, so 28, 28's good. Back to engine. And cabin is looking good. Trim air on. Auto. Recircs are auto. Isolation valve open. Okay, landing altitude. We can get away with 550. Oh, where are we? Yep, 550 will work perfect. Okay, we're even, so we'll be on the right side. See, there's another system we use on the right side. Okay, MCP, course set, flight directors on, bank angle 25 degrees, departure heading 303. All right, let's go ahead and pull Top Cat out of the way. Charts back in. Oops, sorry, folks. And our top altitude is 5,000. Don't have any, so we're going to just go straight up to 32. Okay. Standby altimeters and barometers good. RMI is good.
St. Louis traffic Southwest 1900, clear runway 29.
N1 set.
Have a great day.
Auto brakes, we're not going to worry about till we taxi. Let's go ahead and do a reset. Okay, radios. Okay, we're set for now. 2,000. Should put us showing C. Okay. All right, folks. We are ready to load. Let's get over here. Home.
Lee Shaman from Saitek. We'd like to add a welcome board. anticipate possibly some light bumps or some choppy airs. We climb out as a precaution, keep our flight attendants seated for a few minutes. Make sure we know, what that ride's going to be like before they get up. Also appreciate it if everyone would remain in our seats during that time. Thanks for being with us today.
All right, folks, had to let the captain speak. All right, like I said, we're ready to go. Okay, we're all set. People are back there. Okay, let's go through the briefings.
Guys, the Leo's on board.
Perfect. All right, departure briefing. All right, so folks, we're on the January 6th RNAV departure. It is a JEP. That is NavGraph JEP FAA charts for sky vectors. 128.1 for departure out of here. It's 618 feet. Transition. All airports in the U.S. are 18,000. Here's our requirements. We have all of those. Okay, for 30s, we're going to go out on a heading of 330 to 1120 feet, then direct Payung, across Payung above 2,500 feet, and then as we see to Johnny. So again, looking at the chart, at 1120 feet, we go direct, and then, so basically what I'm going to do is we'll get up to 1120, punch the autopilot, see if we go direct. Okay, so then we'll just go to Alant, Flips, Janny. Then on to Wesco and Map. You know what? We can put Maples in here. Let's do that. That'll be 11340. Okay, now I know you're all going, where is this radio? That is actually in your settings. Switch like normal here. Okay. Now, if I want to change this to ILS, use these. If I want to change it to the, let's see, ILS, GLS, or VOR, they're all there, folks. So I kind of like this. It only because I ran into the GLS at Vegas one time. All right, our landing fuel is 8.2. And our route executed, clocks set, QNH set, minimum set, flight directors on standby, instruments checked. Okay. No, I don't really want to play with it. So I've done the packs and outfit, forward entry doors. All right, let's get better spec, free utility.
Hey, Captain, let me know where you want this thing. Great news, Captain. Your tow's coming.
It does. Okay, push back like you saw. We're going to head back here to spot 14. Hold point 14 and then we'll cross over Papa. Oh, wait a minute, we're going 3 zeros. So we'll just go straight ahead, 30 left. Okay, let's go ahead, start buttoning it up. shocks. One thing we have not done yet is start the AP. Okay, we're just waiting to see the needle go up.
All right, looks like the doors and hatches are closed and we're ready to connect.
Okay, there it goes. Okay, we're starting up the tracking client, as you can see next. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna
Welcome aboard, Captain. Toes connected, bypass pins inserted. Go and kill the parking brake when you're ready to go.
Almost ready to. Just waiting on the client. Come on. Oh, you can do it. There it goes. Apply that one, that off. Think. Okay. Now the hard part here with the 737-800s in this list is finding one I could use. All right, and that's off. And start. Wow, that's the first time. Does it make me do that? Take it. Oh no, do I gotta go through all that again? No, good. All right. Okay, Johnny 6. All right, door closed. All right, so let's get on the gen. Top here, come off that. Oh, I think I accidentally. Now we can close. Okay, everything looks good. Alright, that's good. APU is running. Right, I did forget something. I'm glad I went through that checklist. 54, so 64. Perfect. Okay. We'll set the stab to 6 once we back out. Okay. Alright, now, before we tell him to let us go, in order to start
Ladies and
this...
gentlemen, the boarding doors are closed. Flight attendants prepare doors for departure. Cross-check, verify straps, stand by for all call.
All right, we've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Now the door's closed. Okay. Repeating, to start this aircraft, you just go up here, turn your packs off, and then you're good to go as long as you have your APU gens on. They're not lit, so you're good. You're good to back, and we're going to go ahead and start.
Here comes the pushback. Light them up.
And since we got a ways to go, we're going to wait. We're going to see how he does. Enjoy the scenery, so to speak. But basically, we're going to end up right about here, so that way we just go straight on down, or we can drop into the inner one. It's up, whatever we want to do. Here we go with the first part. And the reason I know how we push back here, folks, this was probably 10 years ago. We took a trip to Alaska, and I'm basically pushing us back to the same point they did us that day. So, and we were loaded right there, gate 6 actually, and they pushed us all the way back, and then they started up. Again, I'm sure it's, well, to go to Chicago, there's not a lot of worries about fuel, but to come out of Chicago to Alaska, now you're talking about some good fuel burn in a 737. So, see how this does. Let's see how I did in judging if I'm going to get to spot 14 or not. I think it's 14. Yeah, 14. Now, that day, we turned out on... No. I think we went back just far enough so we could make the turn here, cross over, go down this taxiway to take off on 12 right. St. Louis traffic, US Air 572, pushing back, spot 14 for taxi to 30 left. Alright, we're going to go ahead now. Alright, so we got the ignition on, start number 2. And what we're looking for, folks, is 17. I think it says, well, 25. 17 to 25, you can actually engage the fuel. it.
Just about done here. Go ahead and set your parking brake.
Okay. My bad. Hang on. Turn that off. Let me see my PSI.
And we're disconnecting the tow. Give me just a moment.
No. APU. Oh, I know what happened. Oh, what did I tell you, folks? We need that to get above 30. There we go. There we go. There's 17.
And we're disconnected. Signal and pin on the right. Take it easy and have a safe flight.
And thanks for flying with Mike. Okay. Stable. Not yet, but we're close. And keys out with the pin. We're good. While we're waiting, let's just goes. Start number 1. Okay. Okay, we're just making sure everything's working good. The big thing for me is when I do this left, I want to make sure it's not going to do that on me, which you might have saw watching it. And then rudder. And of course, always make sure things zero. Okay, that's good. And I have gone way long in this startup here, folks. I meant to be out of here about 40 minutes ago, 40. And I'm, running right on schedule. Okay, everything's good. Normal checklist, taxi, contact, taxi lights, and out we go. Okay, we'll do a quick... No horn, so we're good there. Parking brakes. Let's get after it. Taxi lights on. Okay, brake text. Good. Turn that collision light back on. Cabin lighting set for takeoff. Now, cabin lighting's right here. Take off. Okay, and off we go. St. Louis traffic, US Air 572, taxi to runway 30 left. I'm waiting for it. It's coming. Right. Power back. And let's go TA, alright. And fixed RTO. Laps 1. Okay, we're just about ready, folks. TCAS is starting to light up. And all these little numbers here, folks, are hold points on the ramps and all for them to push back to, and then you proceed on. So we're going just fine here. Okay, all set, all set. Now, in the hang on, I got one checklist run. Config checked, flaps, state trim 6. Okay. Just lost my train of thought. Wasn't that important is how I look at it. Look at that Southwest sitting over there. All right, boy, to watch this TCAS, you would think there's a whole bunch of aircraft coming in. Okay, terrain. The weather over here. And away we go, folks.
St. Louis traffic, Southwest 407, taxi to runway 29, via Delta Airline. Southwest 407, St. Louis traffic.
Now, the landing traffic on the parallel over there, folks, that is live traffic. It's a AI, if you will. I can turn them off. For now, it just kind of looks neat on TCAS to see action here in St. Louis. Alright, so we're coming up to the end of the runway. Hope you all have enjoyed. Sorry for the lengthy run. Also, sorry for the disconnect in there, folks. Wow, I did not see that. And do apologize. I'm not sure how that's going to translate and equate out in everything. However, here's a nice caveat. if you think you missed anything, this will be up in YouTube. The only downside to that, it might take a month to a month and a half. That's about how far out I'm queued up. And there's a lot of videos ahead of it. So, that's the only downside, folks. But it is going to be in its entirety on YouTube. The part you might have missed will be there. Hey, looks like, they landing on the left or the right? Let's find out. FedEx getting ready to go. It looks like the other side. Oh, wing lights. Why didn't I turn the wing lights on? Well, because when you do that, folks, you get this announcement. And you'll see that more than likely I will not turn them off.
Okay, the cabin is secured. Have a good flight.
Because while it sounds good for the flight attendants to take their seats for a landing, it says for takeoff. So, alright, so we are in need of checking checklists. Okay. Alright, so we're ready to go. Let me just get over here because it always kicks off by any collision. Okay, we're all set here. Okay. St. Louis traffic, US Air 572, departing 30 left, Shanny 6 departure. Okay.
Have a good flight.
Back at you. Okay, so we're going to need the timer. Hey, let's get the lights on. Okay, timer on. I don't worry about coursing and all here, folks. I know I should, but I don't. Here we go. I'm going to take it up to 60%. Toga. I don't know if the V1 and all of that
80 knots.
would be correct here, folks. I didn't set it. T came off. Okay, it's my
Rotate. V2.
V1, rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
400.
for now. All the fun we had on that takeoff, let's get
1,000.
it under up. And let's get that off. Okay, auto brakes off, start switches, we'll leave them as is, cabin looks good. Sure selector is auto, let me make sure it is auto. It's on, contacting ATC, go checklist. Checklist till we get established in this last turn.
St. Louis traffic, Southwest 407, departing runway 29. St. Louis traffic.
Okay, there you go, folks. We're on our way, 4 minutes into the flight. I hope y'all are enjoying. I have been remiss the whole flight, but it is in the title, exclamation mark tickets, or ticket, sorry, so exclamation mark the word ticket will get you entered in the raffle. I was hoping to do this so that you could do it more than, you know, on each flight, but right now I've got it set up for just the one. But we're gonna pull it. We're hoping still. There's a lot going on in my life right now. July 9th is the aiming point for the flight in which we pull the winner. The winner will win a subscription to Flying with Mike. If you're already subscribed, we'll get you subscribed with a streamer of your choice.
$10,000 feet.
Off, logo and wing lights. I'm not too worried that they're on right now. Cabin differential's fine, and we just work down the rest. Okay. So yeah, again, that's exclamation mark ticket, and that'll get you registered. Also, exclamation St. Louis, or STL, will get you information on that phenomenal scenery in St. Louis we departed with. Fortunately, I don't have anything in Austin. They don't know what we're in store for in Austin, but I'm sure it's going to look good. But for now, just kind of sit back, relax, enjoy the flight, folks, and I hope y'all enjoy. Flight time right now coming in at about 1 hour 50 minutes. Might pick up some speed here as we get to altitude. Flaps are up. Okay, so we'll just kind of let this go on its own. And grab it when we hit 18,000. folks. I hope you enjoy. Alright, let's hop in. We should be getting pretty close. 3 to get set to 18,000. Let's get on the, I have to change that too. Y'all can see it. You know what? Let's just do it this way. So, actually, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of it. Kind of let it center in. And there you go, folks. You'll just be able to watch it that way. Well, yeah, we're 16 and still climbing. So, we'll see how things look as we get higher. Alright folks, so hope y'all enjoy. Let's get a little music in the background and okay.
18,000 feet.
Okay. Just gotta click bring us in. CSTD, it's on both. All you gotta do is click it, folks, puts you right on there. Now, when we're ready to start coming down, get an altimeter for Austin, we can actually dial it up, and when we hit standard, that's what it'll go to. And yeah, folks, you can put this one on whatever you want. I'll just put it up to cruise as we're working our way there. Should have shifted us, and it has, into climb already. What happens here? What those electronic engine controls do? One, it allows me to take that throttle and I can jam it all the way forward, full power. You know, just go right, one big fast move. And they'll bring them up at a different rate, so they're not following my thumbing. They're going to end up where my throttle is, but they're going to come up the proper cycle, proper movements for the engine. So we, again, saving wear and tear is the big thing. The other thing, climb management, takeoff management, TO1, TO2, climb 1 and 2. You set it to climb 2, for instance. When the power reaches the point that would be equal to what climb 1 is, it'll switch it, wash into climb 1. Same thing when it gets up to the power of the climb, it'll wash into climb, and that's what we've got it in already. Because you remember, I set it for climb 1. That's our initial rate. That gets us up, but yet not at a slow pace, but which climb 2 would have maybe kept us a little shallower. But gets us up so that the people below, a little noise abatement, not much. Climb would have got us up even quicker. And I hope I'm explaining it right. That's the way I've come to understand it. Okay, so we are above 18,000. Go ahead. I treat the no smoking as electronics, because I'm pretty sure they got rid of the no smoking. Well, they're there, but they got rid of them in that you turn them on and off. Electronics is what it would be. And who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. I haven't been in a 737 in every bit of 10 years. No, more than that. 12. Last time I was in one at Mid-America, yeah, about 12 years. It was a Miami Air, 2 of them. Letting them in for the flight. Okay, so we are through 22,000, heading on up. Again, all we're going up to is 32,000. Flight plan doesn't give us a step climb, so we're there, folks. What I could do, let me see if I can get that brought up.
In a place where you feel the fire's gone out. In time we will heal, and light will pour out again, again, again. Light will pour out again, again, again. When the darkness surrounds the night without sound, we'll pull the wool down. We'll be together again, again, again. Be together.
All right, come on, play nice here. Oh, wait a minute, I think I might have it. There we go. Maybe. Oh. Wow. Okay, I guess I'm not going to be able to pull that up. There it is. Okay. I was going to say, why won't it pull up? Alright, hang on, let me get the browser now up here on the screen. Okay, down in that lower left, folks, you've got our sim brief. Here, let me just kind of... Here's what we've got today for weather. So we're right about here, folks. So you can see it's a pretty good shot till we get down around the Dallas area, as most people would think. And Austin, you got this big blob. Okay. Now, the kind of... Here we go. Okay, there's the route. There's that significant chart showing that. Now, they're not going to have a radar chart here. Okay, so we got... This is that system I mentioned that could turn into maybe a tropical storm before it gets down here. So we'll scroll down. Now we're at the winds. Okay, so these are for winds at 30,000. Looks pretty... It doesn't look too bad. Here's 34, which would be the next level up. And we start. Not really sure why they held us, unless that would have been even 39 would have worked. Yeah, I don't know. So, but that's, and then there's the vertical, which 32 was our top altitude. Okay, so kind of gives you a little idea of what we had there. Okay, let's see. Now, as we get to 30,000, we'll switch our bank angle limit. So right now, it'll bank angle to as much as 25 degrees. However, say we get to where we got to do a more of like a 45 to a 90 degree turn course. So say we're going 180 and we got to turn more to 270. It'll limit that to like a 5 degrees. So very little change. But yeah, we've turned 90 degrees. People in the back may or may not know that. Still got a little ways to go. Since we got 3 to go, we'll let it go for now. And let's go ahead and start getting an idea of what Austin is up to. At 10 miles. Still a hefty tailwind. See what they're doing on FlightAware. This is where you find out what they're really doing. And I'm here to tell you they shock me a lot. They actually do this. Still looks like they're coming in from the north. Wow. Oh, wait a minute, they're coming in on the 180s. Now granted, we're only talking. Okay, that's actually not bad now. I've just thought it through. Sorry, folks. That's 80 knot tailwind, or 80 degree tailwind. Or not tail, it's right on the nose, so it's a pretty stiff cross still. Okay, I'm fine. Sorry, folks. Very sleepy today, and I'm going to be that way for the next few days, so that'll be fine. Okay, Memphis Tower, we're not worried about. Let's see how is the world VATSIM doing. Right, we're proceeding down. Looks good. That batch is, folks, if you're flying to Houston, Orleans, Destin, any of that down there, folks, in the south, woo, looking a lot of rain. Same with eastern Florida and down by, well, in between Miami and Naples. So a lot of weather if you're looking for it down in the south. Don't believe me? Hang on, I'll show you. Well, I would if I had it up. Doggone it, forgot to load it. Hang on, it's coming. We got an update. Alright, so I'll let you all see that real quick. Goodbye. Alright, so you can see there's that weather I was talking about. It's kind of... Alright, so 30,000 in just a few. Alright, there it is. Bank angle to 10 degrees. Alright, so stand by. Now, what I like to do here, and you need to be careful when you're dialing this that you don't get the bigger arc, because then you are messing with it. So we're set to 10 degrees, so now when we make any stiff changes in heading, like I said, like a 90 degree, well, even a 30 or 40 degree heading change, it's a gentle turn. We're pretty much pointed in the way we're going, folks. So alright, let's get in here. We'll do these real quick. First thing we'll do is set the lighting, go to ground service, cabin lighting. Okay, it says go to cruise, medium entry. Basically, this is just to kind of dim it down. Folks, we're in the daytime, but at night, that's a whole different. You've got a night thing. Then, of course, let's do the announcement.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So we're level to our initial cruise altitude, expecting a fairly smooth ride today. We have the seatbelt sign turned off, and while you're seated, we do ask that you keep your seatbelt fastened about you at all times in case of encounter unexpected bumpy air. And we do thank you for flying with us on American.
Okay, one thing I want to explain here. US-Airways, before American, did not have 737-800s. They had 737-3 and 400s, none of which had winglets. That's why I run with Airline. Now, if I put American up here, yeah, I'd put the shark teeth on it, or possibly the V wing. But that's what I call it, the blended or whatever it's called. So that's why we have a bare wing. But as the man said, we're in cruise. For fun, I'll go ahead and turn off the wing lights. give you all a good look at the plane. November B, Uniform Sierra. And again, now you see why I have the 400, 300 series. They're pretty close in length to the 800. I don't know if they're the same. They're pretty close. So, it looks good, folks. I have to say that much. Alright folks, looking up at the clock, we got about 50 minutes to go, so just kind of sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. While you're relaxing, I'll be setting up the arrival.
Same people, same places, same parties. Am I just a ghost at night? Too many street lights in this city. I'm missing our ocean side. I've been running, but I can't escape the feeling that I've been away for far too long. 'Cause there's something about our love that brings me peace of mind. Something special about the way our lives are intertwined. There's something about you that just leaves me mystified. Something pulling me to your heart, and I always want you by my side. Keep your body next to mine.
All right, folks. All right, you saw me working through. We have the plan of attack lined up for going into Austin. Should be in about 45 to 50 minutes from now. We should be on the ground. So, hope y'all are having a great Friday Eve as we're going through Thursday. As y'all prepare for your weekends, those of you in the States preparing to celebrate the independence of the United States. Hope you enjoy. Be careful. Be very careful with the fireworks, folks. A lot of people get hurt every year thinking they know what they're doing and have no clue. So be safe. Look forward to seeing you the following week. Now, we're not going to have many streams the following week. I've got a little bit of overtime to pull, so it could be for quite a while. So we'll kind of see how it goes. But, folks, we are cruising along at 32,000 feet, Mach 0.76. Huh, I wonder why we're so low. Let's find out. It's trying to fly like a 737-400. Bump it up, I think. 5 meant this thing was going to get going a little bit. Maybe that meant slow down. See how that's going to do on our fuel. It's actually improving. That's why I'm wondering if a step climb isn't warranted. I think I'm just going to maintain, especially with the fact we're 270 out. I think we'll just kind of ease on down the road. Alright, but yeah, we are on our way, folks. Like I said, within 45 minutes or so, we should be pretty close to touching down, and we'll go from there. Hope y'all, like I said, have had a great day. Any questions, comments, if you just want to chat, wide open there in the chat room. So, love to meet you. Love for you to click follow. Come along with us on our next adventure. Wish it would be tomorrow, heading into 747-200, but we had to cancel that because of overtime requirements. So we'll get that flight flown here soon. Hopefully sooner, not later. Alright folks, we're back with you. See what's going on up here in the cockpit. Oh, we're getting ready to make one of those little tighter, little broader turns. Doing it again. Alright, let's see what the computer says. About 200 miles out. Let's go ahead and get another weather update. Uh-oh. Guitar error. Uh-oh. What they do in Austin. Oh boy. Alright, last one I got was 2053. Alright folks, well, 2053, looks like they're a little behind. Coming up to almost 2 hours old, so we'll have to kind of see what we get here in 20 minutes, but we'll probably be ready for top of descent. About ready to overspeed again. Well, heck, I wonder what's going on there to give us an error when we look it up. Alright, we'll try one more time. Spelt it right. T-A-R. Yep, getting an error. Okay, so obviously something is going on there. All right, well, what we're gonna work with here. Right, okay, so I want to show this. Alright folks, now if you find you're going to be landing on a different runway than you planned, what you can do so your landing report will reflect that landing. I'm going to double check. Leave me you. I'm going to double check. ILS. 18 left, 18 left. Update. 18 left. So, make sure, I thought I had that up there for you. Doggone it. Alright, so what you do is you go over here to flight planning and check your runway. See how I got 18 right instead of left? So we just do this. You can set that and update. Now it's going to show 18 left. All right, so, and I just changed from showing us on POSCON, which you all are going, oh my God, look at all those people. No, it's VATSIM, folks. But yeah, that's how you do that. Now, when we do the landing, hopefully we're not going to be a mile off. So we'll see. That's how you can make sure Sim Toolkit gives you the best up-to-date information. So, because, you know, we're out here to try to do our best on the landings. So, speaking of that, at the exclamation mark, space, the word predict, and a negative number, folks, will put you in the queue there to see if you guess right for our landing rate. So, you put mine in there. So you can see the format, just follow that and whatever number you want, and we'll see who gets the closest. Sim Toolkit's a really good program, folks. It's free and a bunch of tools to help you out, from the net, from flight planning to heck, just flying sometimes I've been to so many different airports out there and so many different types of planes. I don't know where I want to fly, so let me show you one of the tools that I really like lately. Okay, so come to Sim Toolkit. Now down here you got flight planning. This is the one I'm talking about. Now you're not sure what you want to fly. Well, come to real flights. Let's pop in KAUS. What the heck? That's where we'll be. Let's see what the real world flies out of there. Well, we can go to Frankfurt. I'd like to look these up. These could be cargo, I'm thinking. Seattle, Portland. Look at all these places. Now you have ideas. And airlines and aircraft that are typically flown on it. Or Southwest, United, or Southwest. But again, it's in there by how far out they are or how much time it's how much the time on them. So we're into the 3-hour mark. We can keep rolling it down. And if, well, you're not, this isn't helping, switch to the different aircraft. These are what are showing. And say you just want to see 319s. Now you get all of those. So a really good tool there. Oh, by the way, did I mention this is free? A lot of stuff here, folks, for free. Landing reports. Here's my last one into Mid-America. Just pull it up, shows you where you landed in regard to the threshold, all of that. And then you get your data here to learn from. So, and MustFuss users, this works for you. What doesn't work for you, well, it does, but it just takes a little bit. That's why they call it MustFuss. We can actually replay our flights without having to have a secondary program, and then in turn make sure we turn it on. So because I've seen few that are ready and they go, I forgot to turn it on. It's on already. You may say rest in peace to X-Plane, but you know what, it still outdoes MustFuss in many angles. And the new one is just about to release, from what I've heard. So don't have an exact date yet, folks, so that's why you're not hearing it. But if you go on and just do a Google search X-Plane 12 release, and you'll find all the goodies. But sometime this month, early release may be out, if not next month. Hey folks, not bad. We may not get all that funky scenery they do in Musfuss, but we have really good flight dynamics. So, right, next one. All right, and we are now 132 out. So let me bring over Top Cat. Let's get a look at our speeds, shall we? What are we looking at doing into here? All right, so we're going to do one more update, which was as of 2053. We are at 2141. That's actually not too bad now. We're getting closer. Okay, so now, remember we were on this page for the takeoffs. This is the page you come into that when you transfer the data from Professional Flight Planner into it, it goes right here. Make your adjustments so they, match up with what you're flying. Come to takeoff, do your update in the weather, then set everything. Well, now we're landing. Same thing. We updated 110 at 10, 35 degrees, 1014. Pretty close to a standard day. There's our altimeter, 2994. Okay, 18 left is the runway. It's 9,000, heading 175. If you know your estimated landing weight, which by the way we do, we're estimating 140,332. Which looks pretty good there. Okay, engine ice will be on. Now, one thing, folks, when you watch Flying with Mike, I set a lot of things up performance-wise saying auto land. Gives me a little bit more data to work with. And then here's my auto brake set at 3. And we just hit compute. And it does it all real quick for us. So VREF is 146. So that's what we're going to target our landing speed to. Down the approach, 154. And then we're expecting 7,100 feet of runway. And we got 9,000, we're good to go. All right, so there you go, folks. Let's see how that relates to our FMC. Okay, so all we're gonna do, initial ref, is our approach ref and our landing. Now we're 30 degrees flap, so we're looking here. We said 146, it came up 147. I'll take it. So now we're set. Okay, so we got our speeds in. That's actually a crucial thing here, folks. So let me bring charts back in and let's kind of walk through these pages, shall we? Since looking at our progress page, we're 100 out. All right, so we're going to be coming in. Oop, this is not the Suzy 6 arrival. It's an RNAV. Okay, there's our ATIS 124.4, altitude, and what's required. All of which we have on board. Coming into Windu, S-Solo, 280. We can actually be verifying all of this. I just like looking out the window every so often. On our legs page, there's S-Solo, 280. There's good. Now, Gaboo, 250 at 13. So 13,000 or above. We're going to be at 250 at that point. Suzy, between 10 and 16, still at 250. Invader at or above 8,000. Next page. There we go. Okay. Megtech. Now we're going to be at 220 or slower at or above 5,000. Folks, this is the initial for the ILS. Okay. And then our instructions right down here. Over to the ILS. All right, let's blow that up a little. There we go. Okay, across the top, you got the frequencies. Our localizer, 110.5. Okay, let's go ahead and set that. Remember I got the little, what some people will say, wonky radio? This is where I love it. Okay, so we're going to be using the bottom one. ILS 1105. Zero. Okay, when we're ready, we'll push it up. Just on the outside chance that we are running that storm system off the coast is really playing havoc with the weather here. We'll have it backed up ready to go in case. All right, so here we go. 110 at 5. Hang on a second. I'm going to go ahead and dial this. Mainly so I don't forget. 175. Okay, we'll get the other one here in a minute. DD2 at 1,600 feet. So we got to be at 1,600 feet or descending through it on the glide slope. And our decision altitude is 692 MSL, 200 feet AGL. MSL means sea level, AGL above ground level. There's our airport elevation, touchdown zone. So we're going to have a little bit of a rise. There's our missed approach. I'll let you all get into that. But basically, you can kind of catch it. We're going to be kind of at 1,000 feet, start a turn to left turn, 3,000 feet on a heading of 040 to the CWK. Outbound radial 88, and we'll hold 17 miles out. Okay. Coming down, there's Jedi, mandatory 4,000. So this is the initial, folks. We intercept, fly it in. Again, 4,000, intercept onto the glide slope, down to DD2 at 1,600, into the runway. Now, why did I do speeds first? Doc Saints, welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. Thanks for coming aboard. Now for the speeds, 160 is what I believe is what I had. Hang on. Wait, I got the program right here. 154. Let's call it 160. I like to work easy numbers. 849 feet a minute descent from DD2 to the runway. Minute and 14 seconds to the missed approach. Pretty simple stuff. There's our intended approach lights if it were dark, or they might be on if it's really cloudy. Pappy's on the left. And again, 692 RVR of 18 or a half mile. So, folks, we are ready for the approach. Let's get after it. All right, so let me bring up the other chart right now. Let's do that. And center. There we go. 65 out. So we got our descent weather. Let's see if we're getting it here. Nope, we're still getting it. That's fine. Okay, local QNH though. What that I do need, and that I think was 2994. So hang on a second, let me slide that out of the way. Watch down here, folks. I can preset that. So now when I click standard at 18,000, boom, it goes to 2994. So how's your day going, Mr. Boondocks? We appreciate you coming aboard. All right, let's see. Let me get this decision altitude set 200. Quick, it was 692. Yeah, on the Barrow. So touchy. There. Okay, now we'll get back to putting that there and there. Okay, so nav frequencies are set, courses are in, altitude bug. See if we got anything other than that one hard altitude here at Jedi. Keep it to 13 at least. Okay. Landing set. Auto brakes for this will be 3. Okay, let's get over here and set that. Whoa. How did that get all wacko? Alright, gotta love it. Cabin lighting, landing, quite bright. Oh, somehow that got set that way. Dang it. I'll have to fix it later. Okay, we are set for descent. Oh boy. Alright, that's bugging the crap out of me. Hang on a second, folks. Alright, now I'm happy. For the most part. Okay, let's get up here. Alright. So. Now, hypothetically, let's say we had a controller and they told us to descend now. But what you can do, let me make this easier to see. Set your altitude. Now, I'm going to show you something. You don't have that. Well, you do. You could click here to send now. Okay. Also, forecast, if you're in Europe or places where the transition level changes, oh my God, every county line, it seems, no, just kidding. In Europe, it changes every country. Go to forecast right here. Put it in right there. You could click to send now, or come up here, wait, and click altitude intervene. Boom. And there you get your descent, your angle. You're going to be wanting to get it down here. And now we're descending. Now, remember, we have a restriction coming up. First one is 280, which looks like our speed set kind of low. So there's a couple things you can do here too. We don't need to come down that slow. So we'll set it for 280. And it's going to start bringing it down. Get it back up to 280. Of course, you could intervene with VS and, you know, ease that off. But that's what you can do there. The other thing you can do, speed intervention, which then allows you to control it. So let's get over here.
Ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, we are descending. Seatbelt sign is on. If you happen to be up and about, please return your seat. Keep your seatbelt fastened for the remainder of the flight. On behalf of the flight crew, we appreciate you being with us today. Wish you a very safe and pleasant journey to your final destination. Hope to see you back here with us soon. Thank you.
All right. They're going in their seats. All right. All right, so we're coming on down. Austin's out there somewhere, folks. You can see on the chart here where we're looking at. Oh, the original Big Mac. The man that usually wins these contests. I tell you, he is pretty good at figuring out what I'm going to do on a landing. But again, a big thank you to y'all for coming out. I hope you all have a great Friday Eve and Thursday night. For those that don't get my little tongue-in-cheek there, Friday Eve. And look forward to flying again. Hopefully, I wish I would love to be able to get another flight in this week, but I'm on shift tomorrow and Saturday, so that's 48 hours. I'm off Sunday, back in for another 48 Monday, Tuesday. Is that right? Yeah, and then, well, we'll see. We'll really see what's going to happen. Oh, we got fast, so let's now pop the speed brakes. Okay, so where are we on the chart? Okay, we're just now coming into Windu, which is the start of the star here. Again, I'm going to zoom it down a little. So Windu is here. By S-Olo, we'll catch up to where we actually are on this chart. So, and S-Solo will be at 280, which we're just about slowed back down. Okay, and again, that's because it steepened the dive to get to 280. Be curious now if I turned it loose. Nope, it slowed us down. But welcome in. Hope you all enjoy the flight. Again, folks, my deepest apologies. Well, I didn't have control over it. All of a sudden, we lost connection with X-Pilot. And then I think I saw a message that said we somehow OBS disconnected from the stream and then reconnected a minute or two later. I totally apologize for that, folks. I know I can't control it, but I do apologize. To see the stream in its entirety, and now granted it's going to take about a month or so to get to when this will be queued into YouTube. I'll have it up on the YouTube channel by then. So that way you all can watch. Maybe I'll put it up earlier. So, but again, you can see it in its entirety. It should not have done anything to the recording on YouTube. Not meaning the YouTube live, because I don't do YouTube live yet. I'm still exploring that possibility. But should come up for you. Okay. Looking on altitudes, by the way. What is it there? 17 to 23. You know, I just might pull this up to 17 because I'm getting a little nervous. We might blow through that. Okay, and then from there, we'll go to Gaboo. I like that one. Gaboo. 280, but will be from 23,000 down, no, 13,000 and above. All right, so been a great flight. Other than that hiccup where we had with the disconnect and all. Looks like Dallas is beginning to come alive. We're in Houston territory now, so anything that happens up north of us, that's up north of us. We're looking for anything that says IAH Center or Austin Tracon. Okay, let's go ahead, dial this down to there. Now I am going to get rid of the live traffic just so it doesn't. Pilot should now have TCAS. So anything on VATSIM should be what we only see here. Okay, so here comes S-Solo. Once I'm sure we get past it, we are past it. So set 13,000. Remember, at or above, so we got to make sure we do that. And 18,000 is coming in. Okay, and that's why this came alive. So we want our start switches, I think, are still in continues. They are. Engine anti-ice we got on. Wing ice we don't need. reference selector here momentarily. Let's go ahead and click standard. All right, so this is where it gets to be a pain.
18,000 feet.
All right, let's see if any new weather is out there. Dang it. All right, let's give it a shot. What the heck? 124. Give it a shot, folks. Uh, 124. 400. Pretty useless usually to me, but we'll find out. And ATIS does not come up. Do one last check. Yep, 124.4 and it didn't come up. Alright, well, like I said. Okay, we're coming up to 13. Next one is 10,000. That's at Susie. That's way off. Speed brakes again. Okay. All right, so Susie's right here, then 8,000. Okay, we'll set that. For Vader, which will be close by, good. Then we set 4,000. Okay, let's bring the sound back in. All right, let's start doing the checks. Okay, so we've got the barometer set as best we can. We don't have a good setting yet. Let's see what I get when I update. $21.53, so we did get an update. 050 and 3. Great, that's not bad. 2992. Scattered 6,000, 25,000. Okay. Now, let's try it one more time down here just to see if it's still errored. Whatever. Right, so here we go, folks. 10,000's coming up. Need to be at 250 for sure now. Set 240.
10,000 feet.
Okay. Okay. You're on descent and past fader, so now we set 4,000.
Compartment or under the seat in front of you. If you have any items to discard, please pass them to us as we come through the aisle. Please double check that your seatbelt is fastened and familiarize yourself again with the location of your closest exit. Alright, so we're going to set 210. Alright, so let's get set here for the approach. We're to the point where we've chimed them to sit. We've given them the notice. Flaps 1 will be... Well, we're slowing to that speed right now. Trying to get down to 4,000 by Jedi and then on to the approach. So down here I am going to switch up and then switch up, and I am going to go right to the ILS page. So 1280. That'll be 8.8. Alright, we're now there. I have everything alive. Speed brakes down. Getting ready to go. Next altitude are 2,500.
1,000 to go.
Flaps 1 coming out. Let's go ahead set 180. Oh, great. Got the runway in sight. Austin traffic, US Air 572 on the ILS, runway 18 left, runways in sight.
How's it go?
2500.
Gear down.
Alright, we'll just get these going. Alright, and it's my plane. Thought I turned the autopilot off. No, I did not. Arm up the speed brakes. Gear down, 3 green.
How's it go?
One thousand.
Here we are on the visual.
Five hundred. 400.
Approaching minimums. Approaching 300. Approaching minimums.
300.
Stable.
Minimums.
200. 100.
Little long.
50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Reverse indication. Here we go.
$80 knots.
All right. Well, welcome in, folks. All I saw was great landing in front of me, but I didn't get the feet per minute or any. We'll get that here, though, in a second. All right. Austin traffic, US Air 572 is off, runway 18 left, taxi back to the terminal. Hate when it does that. Alright, so reverser's done, recalled. Okay, the brakes are off, flaps up. Terrain off. Here, folks. Weather off. Light directors off. Landing lights. Okay. As I've already indicated, here we go. And let's go ahead and start cranking that APU here in a second. Now I did see a United here, but I wonder if they're already gone. All right, contact. Probe heaters off. Anti-ice off. Did I just go on? Oh. Looked like I went off the taxiway. That's why I wanted to get back down quick. And we got a lengthy taxi. Now, I'm just going to kind of look ahead. 17. Okay, well, kind of look. I just deleted what I did not want deleted. Dang it. Oh, getting a little crooked. Alright folks, but again, thank you for flying. Let's take, oh, actually I don't think Sim Toolkit was kicking any information for the most part out. Let's see. There it is. 250 Big Mac. Man, oh man, what do? Do you just like put it in right after I touch down? I mean to tell you. Yeah, I know you didn't, but it sure seems like that, man. Well, congratulations, you got it again. We're just about up here. We'll kind of zoom it in. We'll head for Gulf and Goldie. What are we gonna hit? Let's see. Let's turn that off. Gulf 2? Yeah, Gulf 2. So Gulf to Gulf 2. Alright folks, but again, welcome to Austin, Texas. Oh, missed something, sorry folks. that is, yeah, I do appreciate you being along there. You know, these are not that long of flights, but you know, when I get ready to start cranking that 747 up, once I get more comfortable with it, and I don't fly it enough to be comfortable, I hope to start punching across the ocean, try myself into Europe. That little place called the United Kingdom, maybe Heathrow, Gatwick. Gatwick's the one I want to go to. Now I could take the 767 over there. Yeah, I want to get that bird going because that's what the 747's the best at. Alright, so we're going to go Golf 2, then enter and turn in. Okay. Let's get back out to this one. Getting close. So, but folks, I really do hope y'all had a great day. Great time. We'll start looking for someone to hand this off, pay it forward to here momentarily. But, and again, things are going to kind of seem quiet here at Flying with Mike, especially as we get to our year anniversary. You know, go figure. We become an affiliate. We got everything finalized, and we may have to push that. And if we do, we'll let you know. But you know, there's nothing we can do when we got a new contract and we got to get positions filled. So you know, it'll just be day by day. But we're coming up to Gulf. Like I said, we'll turn. What do we got here? This is that radar units? What the heck? Sometimes X-plane scenery kind of makes me giggle, as you can tell. Yes, he said giggle. All right. Oh, wow. I have not seen that kind of a jetway lineup. Oh my goodness, it's such a long time. Oh man, that terminal really does not do that, I hope. What I'm talking about, folks, is right here. Let's do it. See it over here, how they're hooked onto the big long tube? Oh, wow. Yeah, the airplane's fine for the moment, folks. Holy mackerel, look at all those tubes. Oh, jeez. All right. Oh, Lord have mercy. And those are radar units. Yeah, we're going to have to find scenery, I think, for here on the free side, hopefully. That is just too... Actually, I need to do a Google on this one once I get things shut down for the day. Yeah, that's just bizarre. Wow. Hey, you know, I know it's everything to help keep sims in, you know, so people of all levels of computers can fly these. So, like, that's just the worst I've seen. And the funny thing is if it really looks like that. All right, folks, we're rolling into the ramp now. And I see United did the right thing, disconnected before I came in and hit him. Well, we don't have numbers. Okay, let me switch back to the gates. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this, folks. Alright, which one is it? Coming up to pretty much 19, so 2 over. That makes it easy. I'm going to treat this one as 17 over here. I kind of lost track. 18, yeah, we'll go with this being it. That just cracks me up, folks. As we come in, folks. Alright, well, it says we can stop, but we'll pull it up here a little ways. Alright. APU's on. Okay. Parking brake, transit shut down, APU lead on. "182 feet a minute," Volanta recorded. Alright, so transit shutdown continued, anti-collision lights off. 2000s there, we'll go to standby. And let's open that flight door and terminate the flight so the peoples can get off. Alright, and I know the jetway's not in. We are set. Alright folks, well, welcome into Austin, Texas. We sure appreciate you coming aboard, flying in here with us. Kind of a neat little approach. I think I've flown this before. It was just horrible. Actually, I started down the horrible track here again today, so but we were able to, for the most part, recover. Let me do some business here in getting the flight credited. 187 Mac Air. Millennium Aviation is who we flew for today. And 187 feet a minute, we'll take it. And let's first off make sure nobody else, you know, I don't do this enough. Make sure nobody was coming in behind us. It doesn't appear. There's all the traffic. Oh, there they are. Yep, does not appear so. Alright, so we're going to come off VATSIM and go ahead and let the music wind down. Now, and then we're going to begin to do our review of the flight. Just catching a couple of other things. New report reported. Finish the flight. And okay. Perfect. Finally, one other thing. Get rid of that. And all right. So let's put first Sim Toolkit up here. This is something everyone can do. It doesn't matter. Musfuss, X-Plane, you pick it. If it is accepted here at Sim Toolkit, you'll be able to see your landing in analog, if you will. Oops, I clicked the wrong one. My bad. All right, so again, I told you about the tools that we have here. Let's go to landing reports. Then we got the 737-800. If I set it up right, we're on the right runway. Okay. Here's the bottom. There's your threshold. There's where we touched down. We knew we were going to go long, but we're still within the landing zone, which shows from these hashes all the way back. This is what we all aim for, though, the aiming point. Okay, just kind of giving you a quick refresher on where we're at. Okay, we landed 2,400 feet down the runway. Little long. Still in the landing zone as we showed, but long. And we were about 10 feet over to the right. You know, we need to kind of work on getting it back. Speed-wise, not bad. 145 to 15 feet per minute. I mean, overall, not a bad approach. Just about 1 G. I mean, again, grease. So overall, a really good landing. So again, that's everything any user of pretty much any sim can get. What Musfuss can't get without an external program that you have to start beforehand is this. That's something you can't do in Musfuss. You have to have an external program to do this. So this is built into X-Plane. Which, by the way, X-Plane 12 comes out here shortly. So let's go ahead. Take a look at the approach will get kind of wiggly waggly and up and down, and well, you know, sorry, I'm not a professional, only a private pilot. All right, there we go. We'll take it from here. Yep, I see the 10 feet over. Man, not bad. Yeah, a little high. Little high. But you can't do that, folks, in Musfuss. you can do this one once you're in it. Well, kind of. I don't know. I've never really watched you guys using it, but yeah, I get all these different views. It's looking really good, this approach. Now, if we want to argue scenery, we could. You win that one. But this feature, folks, I can learn a lot on this landing. Carried my speed, well, I had to because I dropped, but you know, hey, it's really good. I don't think I will move to Musfuss anytime soon. I'm actually looking forward to X-Plane 12 and what new things we'll have available to us. That's actually a really good landing. One more time. Yeah, right there I pushed the power in to stabilize, and I should have just kept it coming. Each one of these are every time I land it. Of greatest tower views, but you know what, folks? It's going to be a beautiful landing. They always are from this view. Folks, I want to thank you for flying with Mike today. It's been a pleasure and an honor, as always. Folks, remember to treat everyone around you nice. You know, and that little verse I have at the bottom from Colossians, bear with each other, forgive whatever grievances may have against one another. Forgive as the Lord forgave. Folks, that is a phenomenal verse that Paul gave us out of Colossians. And hopefully you'll apply that to your life. Forgiving is, folks, it's God forgave us. So we ought to, in turn, forgive each other. Until next time, folks. Tuesday, I believe it is, next week. God bless you all. I hope you all have a great day. But you know what? Do our best. Do this again. Haven't figured out what airplane, but we will. So God bless you all. Let's see who is available out there. I know I was just taxi in. Let's head on over to Boondock, who's up in the, oddly enough, looks like maybe a 7.6. So, Boondocks came in earlier for us. We'll head over to him. Folks, y'all have a great day. We'll see you again the next time I'm able to stream, hopefully Tuesday. God bless you. Have a great day.